Here's one about what girls can't wear. So let's see. Let's take a look at this.
So if you're dating a girl, is there things she can and cannot wear? Well, it depends. I mean, fashion is so broad. So I'll have to see. But if she's dressed provocatively and I'm not with her, there's absolutely no reason why she should be dressing like that. There's attention I'm trying to get if I'm not there. If I go out with her, that's another thing. You should only care about my attention. If you're my wife, there should be no other attention from a man that you should care about other than mine. At all, except for your father and your brother. That's it.
So your stance is you can look pretty when you're with me, but if you're not with me, you need to not look pretty.
No.
Okay.
Wrong.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not what he said, Ethan. For God's sake, man. He's speaking English.
My stance is you shouldn't dress provocatively unless you're with me.
What's provocative?
Like showing a ton of cleavage or wearing as little clothing as possible.
Wearing as little clothing as possible. Okay, so it's cool when they're with you, but if they go out looking like that, it's not okay.
And I mean, no, I would say even when they're with me, I wouldn't want them to do that in public.
Okay. Okay.
What's the problem?
Well, it's a little insecure.
I can't stand guys that do this. It's so annoying. Do you know what? I want him to get someone from a Muslim man on there and say that to him. Because Muslim men don't like it when their women dress like that, right? Nobody pushes back on them. You get a white guy or a black guy saying, hey, babe, maybe don't wear that because everyone can see everything but your nipples. And suddenly they're insecure. We've seen how some girls dress these days. They literally have to tape their nipples or their breasts down so they don't pop out. You're really going to have a problem with... Would you have an issue with your guy saying, hey, babe, come on, it's a bit much? It's not being controlling. All right, let me ask you this, right? You got a problem with your boyfriend saying it to you. If your dad turned around to you and said, you ain't leaving the house looking like that, most guys are going to say, okay, dad, and they're going to go change. So
what if I said to my boyfriend, I don't want you wearing grey tracksuit bottoms because your bulge is sticking out? Should he go and change?
That's fine. You're his partner. You should take on board what you're saying. If I was walking around and my bulge was on show and my girlfriend's noticing and we come home and she's like, babe, can you not wear those again because like your dick's on show? First of all, I don't want my dick on show, so yes. Secondly, if it's a concern for it, then yeah, of course. I'm not unfair. I'm not one of those guys that's like, you do it, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm sorry. If you're with a girl and you tell her, look, I don't like what you're wearing, and she doesn't even want to listen to you, he's a dumper. I can't deal with that bullshit. If I'm with someone, I tell you, look, what you're wearing is way too revealing. You need to dial it back a little bit, and you got a problem with that, we're done.
It's out of principle and respect for your partner because, true, you should care what they think.
Yeah. Do you need to bear it all to the public? Do you need to? I mean, I think it talks more to their insecurity than yours. You need to show everyone your assets. Like you ain't got anything else to offer. What else are you doing? You're looking for attention. Now, that doesn't mean that a girl can't dress sexy.
It's not always looking for attention, though.
Oh, come on. Some of the dresses that people wear, they're looking for attention. Some dresses go a bit too far. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of cleavage. There's nothing wrong with showing a little bit of leg or ankle. But some people wear some crazy shit. And they're going out to dinner with their partner.
No, it's not.
It is a little bit.
It's a preference.
Well, no, it's a preference.
It's a preference.
You can't get onto this guy for having his own preference of what he wants from a woman or how he would like her to dress, say, or act when he's not around. It's not so much him being insecure or controlling. It's more so his preference because if Ethan Klein wants a woman who goes out and just dresses provocatively and he's fine with that, then that's his prerogative. Do you know what I mean? You can't judge somebody else for having their own preference.
Yeah, but the thing is that when guys have preferences these days, they get demonized for it. They get called insecure, this, that, and the other. We did that video we never ended up putting up about Chris Brown and taking your girlfriend to a Chris Brown concert and letting him grind all over her.
Yeah, but...
Absolutely not. And that is my right and my choice to say to my girlfriend I would prefer it. As a matter of fact, you are not going to have Chris Brown grinding all over you. If you do, then you're single. And then you had a bunch of people in the comments going, oh, you're insecure. Fuck off. It's not insecure. When guys say they don't like something, they're called insecure. Ethan might be okay with his girlfriend walking around in a bikini because he looks like melting cheese. So most of the people in the public probably assume he can't pull somebody with a nice body. So he needs to show her off to everyone to go, hey guys, look at my wife. I can pull someone that's semi-decent, way above my pay grade. So maybe he's insecure.
Some guys just like their women to look good, though.
But looking good does not mean that you have to go out like you're on the beach in Barcelona.
Yeah, I get that, but... Anyway.
Well, in this video, because you're kind of walking it back, so we can move on if you want. But in this video, you say, dress sexy when you're with me, but not when you're not with me.
Yeah, no, I would say I prefer if she never dressed
Don't dress.
I'm not saying dress sexy. Women can dress sexy and not provocatively. You can dress sexy and look tastefully good without showing like your tits and your butt and whatever. But
it's a preference.
Yeah, I would say I would.
It's a preference
I
based
don't like
on
it.
your.
I don't like it.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's not.
No, that's fair. If you have that understanding with your partner, I think that's totally fair. But this
it's not insecurity either. It's not insecurity. It's just I don't like that. I don't want.
It is. Like, let's follow the thread.
No, it's not.
Because you're basically.
No, it's not.
Would
you want your wife out there?
Okay,
Would you want your wife out there dressed like a hoe?
Well, the definition of a hoe, I guess, is I'm not quite sure what that means. But you're
just answer my question. Would you want her out there dressing or wearing as minimal clothing as possible out in a club?
Would I want my hold on.
There's just a lot of pauses, silence, stuttering, waffling going on here from Ethan Klein. He can't seem to answer this question. Do you notice that?
Oh yeah, of course he can't answer the question. The thing is that he, in his relationship, he probably doesn't have any power, so he can't say anything to his girl. His wife says to him, I'm going out dressed like this. He's going to nod his head and he's going to shut up. I've seen some of the pictures she puts on Instagram. My girl ain't putting shit like that on Instagram. It just ain't happening.
Can I show you a video on your phone?
Yeah.
This is Ethan Klein.
This is Ethan.
This is Ethan
Oh,
Klein.
really? Okay.
No, it's not him, but it's him. Internet, please.
That you want.
No, answer the question.
Okay, well, let me show you this.
Like, it's a yes or no.
Okay, well, hold on.
Yes or no.
Is my wife dressed like a hoe here? Because I just want to get she posted this to social media.
Would you go out to dinner with your wife dressed like that?
Of course she wouldn't go like that. I mean, what? But do you?
I don't know why she's posting. I mean, that's your and your wife, your relationship.
No, but I wouldn't
be
say what
okay
you
with her
want.
posting
Say
on
what you
Instagram.
want. I'm trying to understand your point. Do you think she's dressed like a hoe right now? And you can say yes, it's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't want her posting. I wouldn't want my girlfriend posting pictures like that.
Because
on
that's a
Instagram.
preference from insecurity, right? Because
no, it's not.
Because
I don't want that.
Yeah, because it makes you feel insecure.
It doesn't make me feel insecure.
How does it make you feel?
Secure.
How does it make you feel?
I don't like the hold on. How that girl's portraying herself, like how she's basically advertising and like saying like, look how nice my body looks for the entire world to see, for the entire public to see. I don't like that. I want her to just save that for me.
Why
because
don't you like
what
it?
I like.
But
I
why?
just don't want other people seeing it. It's mine.
Are you not?
It's mine.
It's yours. It's yours.
It's my wife. I don't want everyone to see her body. It's my wife. Yes, and I'm hers.
Okay, and so
what is the problem with what he's saying?
I agree with him 100%.
What is wrong with people these days? Like, you don't need to bear it all to everyone online.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I'm not even a man, but
I don't know about that. You check the year.
I'm not even a man, but my personal opinion on girls posting, say, underwear pictures or bikini pictures, I don't personally like it because I don't think that everybody should just see practically what you look like naked, because all you are doing is covering your private parts. And I think some things should be kept private.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a guy wanting to keep his wife looking modest. There's absolutely no, you don't have to. If you've got a relationship where you don't mind bearing it all, and you both don't mind being naked online, that's fine. That's all good. But if someone doesn't like it, and there's a lot of men that don't like it, then it's not from a place of insecurity. It's a preference. As I said, I could argue that Ethan only wants his wife to show off her body because he's already insecure himself, and he wants to make sure that everyone knows that even though he looks the way he looks, he can still pull a woman that looks half decent. I could make that argument for insecurity.
Well, to me, I don't want to control.
Yeah.
I want my wife, Hila, to be as powerful and confident as she wants to be. I'm not threatened by other women looking at her in a way that they think maybe she's attractive or maybe she looks hot or whatever, because I trust her, right? She knows. Well, hold on. I know that there's no one else out there who's going to tempt her away from me.
It's not about trusting what she will do. It's just knowing that everyone is looking.
It's so empowering to derobe. Fucking hell, man. What's wrong with people? It's not. I mean, maybe it is to you. That shit's stupid to me. Do you feel empowered when you take your clothes off in front of people?
No. Not at all.
And I want her to feel powerful and confident.
You're not
Okay.
insecure is what you're saying. That's all.
I don't think I'm insecure,
That's
right?
what you just said. I'm not
Yeah,
insecure.
yeah.
I'm the same with my wife.
Yeah.
She's with me, and nobody's going to do anything. I mean,
Exactly.
she's not going to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I just want you to dig a little deeper and explain why you don't like it. Because it's yours. Because she's yours. And nobody else
Yeah,
can
she's
see
my
her
wife.
body. Nobody else can see her body but
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Even if she wants to show
100%.
it. Even if she wants to show it because she wants to feel
She
sexy.
doesn't want to.
Oh,
She doesn't want to.
I know, but you're a role model and you're putting this out on your TikTok. This is what you're putting out. I know you guys have a preference, but I'm talking about your influence on men. So if she wants to go out and dress sexy and look good, you're against that.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm against her dressing provocatively. She can look nice.
There's a difference between dressing sexy and dressing provocatively. There's a big difference.
Yeah, Ethan Klein just put mouths in his words, words in his mouth. But the problem is he said yes.
Yeah.
Before then saying I don't want her dressing provocatively, he just went yes. Well, we all know that's not what he actually meant.
Yeah, no, he's probably just flustered because
Yeah.
Ethan's got a big platform and he knows everyone's watching. So
Yeah.
he's probably feeling a little bit flustered. But being provocative and being sexy are not the same thing. Okay, they are not the same
Because
thing.
you can dress provocative and not look sexy.
Oh yeah, trust me. We see that all the time. Some people are a little too confident. But if Ethan thinks, or if his wife has told him that what empowers her is taking her clothes off and posting pictures online or dressing half naked when she's outside, then fine. I mean, I always thought that we were fine against the idea of a woman's power coming solely from her body and, you know, coming from other places like her brain or whatever, or what she can offer society outside of her tits. But if that's what empowers you to show your tits off there, you know, go ahead. But again, it's not insecurity. There's plenty of men around the world that don't like it. And there's plenty of women that don't like doing it as well. They're not insecure either.
Because for
dressing
women,
provocatively.
putting on makeup and dressing sexy and going out, it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel confident. It's not necessarily about wanting to fuck other dudes.
It's what it is what makes them feel powerful about it is when they go out and they dress really nice. What gives them the power is the attention that they get. It doesn't have to be a guy walking up to them. It could be a guy looking at them.
Okay.
And that's what gives them the power. It's the attention from other men.
Okay.
And if that weren't true, then they could dress up and
It
look
is true.
amazing and just
That's true,
and they
you
could
said.
stay in home or they could look in the mirror and without anyone around.
So they can dress
And
hot but stay at home.
I don't think that if I have a girlfriend, she should have a desire to go out there and even seek the attention from other men because the attention she gets from me is enough to
But
fulfill
don't we
her.
all
That's
crave
where I'm standing.
validation? Like, don't we all crave validation in some way?
You should get enough validation from your wife, and your wife should get enough from you. She should be inspired by you, and maybe if you had a six pack, she would be more inspired by you, and she wouldn't post thirst traps on Instagram. But you should be inspired by your significant other.
Okay,
that was a bit of a burn. Thing is that like we do all seek validation to some extent from people in public, but it doesn't always come from taking your clothes off. For example, we post videos on YouTube. The likes and the comments and the interactions validate our content. You know, people are interested in watching. So that's one way of seeking validation. But I wouldn't seek validation from taking my clothes off in front of a bunch of women. I couldn't care less what, you know, other women thought. That's not where I would want to seek my validation from. But we do all seek it to some extent. It's just, if that's the parameters of your relationship, that's fine. But if a guy is not okay with it, it doesn't make him insecure. It just doesn't. There's definitely things that a guy can do and project on his woman that you could argue about insecurity, but this isn't one of them.
Okay, so me not having a six pack is promoting my wife to seek male attention because I'm not hot enough, because my attention is not working.
Maybe if you took care of yourself, Ethan, and you were in better shape, maybe she wouldn't. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe.
No,
she
it's a good
wouldn't. Who knows?
hypothesis. It's a good hypothesis. So if I was hotter,
Maybe not.
If I was hotter, she wouldn't feel the need.
Not hotter. If you took care of yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to be hotter.
Okay, if I was skinny and I had a six pack.
If she saw you and you're like, wow, he really cares and respects himself, and I like his attention, and I don't need to go out there and look for attention from guys in the comments or whatever.
See, don't you see you're insecure? Because I know
it's not insecurity.
Yes, it is. You are insecure, dude.
Okay.
You're threatened by the other attention that people give to your significant other. You're threatened.
I'm not threatened by it at all. I know that there's not going to be other guys out there that can compete with me for my girl. My girl loves
I don't
me.
even need to compete.
I just don't
I'm
like
not
it.
even thinking about competition.
I'm not threatened. I just don't like it. It doesn't threaten me. If she wanted, look, Ethan, if she wanted to post a picture and I said, look, I'm not comfortable, I don't like it, and she did it anyway, that's fine. She can do it anyway. And then I would just be like, hey, this breaks the boundary of the relationship. This breaks the sanctity of the intimate relationship I want to have with my wife.
Right.
I'm going to just split here. I'm going to go find a girl that respects me. It's not about insecurity. It's just, this is my preference. This is how I want to conduct my life. I like to take control of my life and live my life the way I think
that's
is best
fine.
for me.
But you're putting
you don't
out
like to
messages to
you
young men as a role model, self-proclaimed role model.
Yes.
You refer to your girlfriend as she's yours. I mean, she's a human being, right, with her own desires. She's not an object.
Yes, absolutely.
What the hell is wrong with this guy? If I said to you, that's my girl, do you think I'm being a misogynist? Do you think I'm treating her like an object?
No.
Do you not say when you're with a guy, that's my guy over there?
Yeah.
Ethan's a fucking moron, bro. He's just disingenuous. He's actually irritating to listen to. What a load of nonsense. You're not calling someone literally your property. This is what they did with the Andrew Tate thing when they took it out of context. You know, when they said the dad gives away the daughter? He wasn't saying he giving her away like a PS2 disc. It's just within the confines of marriage, you give her to the other guy.
She is mine and I'm hers. We are to die for each other.
Don't you feel a little slutty when you walk around with your big biceps out and shit?
I only put on this shirt
biceps?
so that I could show you guys that I work out.
That's a little fucking slutty, bro. Are you looking for validation from people in chat? Because you're crossing.
I'm just trying to show you guys. I'm just trying to flex on you guys.
But why?
I'm trying to show you guys what's up.
No, but like you think
That's
that
not
it's
even
funny.
big bicep.
You think you're being funny, but you actually just totally undermined everything you said. You're putting out your biceps. Why are you doing it? For validation.
I'm not doing it for validation.
You just said you wanted to show it off. You just said you wanted to show it off.
Ethan, it was a joke. Ethan, I just put on a shirt and I'm
okay,
on,
but
I'm
okay, so it's a
right
joke.
now.
But
I'm sorry that my biceps are big and you're looking.
We'll
at them.
cover up. I'm sorry that my wife has big, beautiful titties.
I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. Can you guys give me like 2
absolutely.
minutes?
Please, yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how much more of this I can watch. Ethan is so annoying. You know, like if guys train, right? They get big biceps. Are we supposed to just buy baggy tops now? It's a bit different to wearing a t-shirt and your arms are out versus showing your tits off. Would you agree?
Okay, well, what about girls that go to the gym and train hard to grow a bum?
I mean,
Should she just cover it up because it's her bum, or can she wear nice leggings that show how hard she's worked on it?
she can wear leggings that are nice, but some girls wear leggings where you can see the camel toe. I think you need to relax a little bit.
But do you know what I'm saying? It's
You can wear stuff that complements your physique. No one said you can't dress sexy. It's when there are lines that are crossed, and let's not pretend like we don't know what those lines are. Okay, we've seen how girls dress these days. Okay, we've been to festivals. Okay, we've been to concerts. Some of them come there like they've come out of the shower. If it's my girl, she ain't dressing like that. She's just not. And I really don't care what people think if they want to say that I'm insecure. If you're okay letting your girl run wild, if you're okay letting her go out there and be her best self, empowered or whatever, by all means, you go and do that. But I ain't cool with it, and a lot of guys ain't cool with it. And by that same token, like you said, if she wasn't happy with me wearing grey sweatpants because they can see my bulge, then of course I'd listen to her. My bulge is not for every other woman, it's for her. So I don't think there's much more to say. I don't know. Like, as a woman, how do you feel about this? If you were wearing something and your partner said to you...
We've discussed this a lot of times on the channel before. I've said my opinion.
Say it again. For the sake of the video, for people that haven't seen the other ones.
I think if somebody's going to tell me... Like, I'm not talking for women here. I'm talking me personally as a person. Me personally as a person. If a man's going to tell me to change, I think there needs to be a very reasonable, valid reason behind it, because I know myself that I don't go to extremes with the way that I dress. So if I was wearing something and it wasn't extreme, then I don't see why I should have to. But if he's got a valid reason, then out of respect, yes, I would change.
Okay. And if you're wearing a skirt where if you even move slightly, we're gonna catch some gooch, or if you're wearing something where if the wind blows your top even a little bit, we're gonna get some nipple. And he turned around to you and said, "Babe, you look nice, but I don't feel comfortable with you walking around dressed like that."
Yeah, But that's the point. I wouldn't ever put anything like that on in the first place.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that you would.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, look what she's dressed like a nun right now. But in general, if your partner says to you, "I'm not comfortable with something," at the very least, it's a conversation you should be willing to entertain. None of this boss babe, or I'm not listening to my man shit. You know, you see these interviews of guys walking up to girls going, if your man told you to change, what would you say? And they're like, I ain't going to listen to him. He can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
But if you got a girl like that, power off. You don't need someone like that.
Yeah,
in your
but
life.
that's the point, Michael. That's why it depends on the reason why he's saying it. Because sometimes some people might just be trying to be controlling.
Yes.
More so than coming from a place of, this makes me feel uncomfortable for this reason, please change. It's got to be a mature adult conversation.
100%. I 100% agree with you. All I'm saying is for those people that are like not even willing to entertain it because they feel empowered to have their boobs out. If you got a girl like that, look, if you're okay with it, then fine, whatever. But if you're a guy that's not cool with it and that's your boundary and she can't respect it, then there are one or two ways you can handle it. You can go the vindictive route and violate her boundaries, which I don't recommend, or you could just break up with her because she's violated yours. I mean, if she's willing to violate your boundaries, then see how she likes it when you violate hers. But again, I'm not recommending you do that. If you can't come to a healthy understanding, then break up with her. But if you like Ethan and you don't mind your girl bearing it all, then by all means, bear it all.
Because there was this one time at Bandcamp.
At Bandcamp.
This one time I went ice skating. Yeah, I went in the most baggy tracksuit ever, like baggy tracksuit. You cannot see anything, yeah? And there was loads of girls there. It was like on a Saturday night, so there was loads of girls in like jeans, leggings, whatever. So you can obviously see a lot more shape and everything. Nothing wrong with what they were wearing, by the way. And the guy that I was with at ice skating, I can't ice skate.
Neither can I.
Yeah. So I was like standing on the side bits and I was leaning like this. And he goes to me, stand up now. All the boys are going to look at your bum. I'm thinking to myself, I'm wearing a baggy tracksuit. No one can see nothing right now. And you think out of all these girls here in their nice jeans, leggings, whatever nice outfits, you think they're going to look at the girl that's standing there in a baggy tracksuit next to you? I don't think so. He was just trying to control me.
Okay. Oh yeah, I mean,
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, obviously, I'm not saying there's not lines that you can't. This is a guy you were with.
No, it's a long story. I'm not getting into the details, but regardless, that was my example of someone who's doing it for controlling reasons, not for an actual valid reason.
No, fair.
Do you get my point?
No, 100% fair. Like you weren't bent over like Catwoman, were you?
No.
You were just leaning over the. You were like
It's
this.
just like how we're standing now.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, there's guys out there that will try to be controlling. They'll go too far with things. They'll stop you from having friends. They'll cut you off from people. There's a line, obviously, but there's also the flip side where like you need to be a little bit reasonable. If you're going out dressed like an anime character, you notice how some of these anime characters are dressed. You're dressed like some of these anime characters. Maybe you should cover up out of respect for your guy. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comment section.
Yes.
I want to hear from the ladies and how you feel about it.
Yes.
Because I already know what the guys are going to say.
I want to hear from both because there might be some guys who agree with Ethan. I just want everyone's opinion on this.